Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Zach, and this is my little bladder and pelvic floor journey through chronic pain and autism, which helped with a ticket the other day. I think it helped with the ticket. On Monday, I was coming to the university, not this clinic, but the main hospital, and I got pulled over by a state trooper, and he left me off with a warning, even though I was going like 78 to 65. So, also, that idiot from Lithium Great Random sent me just letting me know that I said hi. Before I get started, last night we were watching, you and I were watching Lost in Translation, and we saw that PIB Cassie had put up her weekly thing, and then she was talking about what had happened in Utah, not Robert Redford's death, but Charlie Kirk's death. And then I was going to write something on that one, but then I got learned to shut down. Okay, if people either start going to church again or watch Mr. Rodgers' Neighborhood. I do both. Helps them become a better human being. The 60s, love, and peace and love and compassion and understanding for your fellow man. Why should we be celebrating his death? He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong at all. He left a wife and 2 kids. If you want to celebrate somebody's death, celebrate the Manson family's death. I'd be the first to pop open a champagne bottle when they die. But this guy, he didn't do anything wrong. He's just following what he thought was right. There's nothing wrong with that. And to have it happen in their own backyard with their kids and everything, and then people obviously take it the wrong way, and they say crap, and then she had to shut it down, which I was aggravated because I had everything in my head what I was going to say, and now I'm only going to do one thing. So there was a speech by Bobby Kennedy before he died, after Martin Luther King was shot, and before he died, so between April and June of 1968. He did a speech called The Mindless, Menace of Violence in America. I'm going to leave it down below. I'm going to send it to Cassie to make her feel better. And everybody at PIB, not just her. But I did not know that this happened. And that was her husband's alma mater. My gosh. We should be supporting her and understanding and being supportive. And fight, and they people fight, and I don't even want to know what the fight was about. I don't. I seriously don't. I can't. I can't fathom it. Why anybody would celebrate his death. He was a leader, and yeah, I was against everything that he stood for, but that doesn't mean I want to celebrate his death. People. Anyway, The Mindless Menace of Violence in America was actually used in the movie Bobby, that was directed by Emilio Estevez. It came out in 2006. The whole speech is like 10 minutes. It's very moving. It's very, it's what everybody should be thinking. So I'll leave that down below. The new 9 Inch Nails video for Tron Aries, which we got tickets for. I'll leave that down below. It's wherever you can buy, stream, or steal music. And please don't celebrate somebody's death, especially when they have a wife and kids. Those kids are gonna look that up and see that stuff. You honestly want any kid to see that. That's horrible. Horrible. So, anyway, back to my story. I saw Dr. Volstead on Monday. We did an ultrasound, found more kidney stones. It never ends. I come here every other week. Bladder pain. Get a catheter stuck in me. Now they're going to try dry needling. When does it ever end? When does it ever end? The God I have Eva, that's the saving grace in this. And I think the one thing about forums is that people aren't face to face. So they're basically talking online, and you don't know what they're writing, and you don't know where they're coming from. So everything gets confused, and everything gets distorted. And I got called snarky and entitled. There's anybody less entitled than me. I earn like $1,600 a month. That's it. Eva makes like 80 grand, something like that, a year with overtime. She pays the bills. If there's anybody that's less entitled, it's me. I drive in a 2010, 2011 Chevy Cobalt. She drives in a 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser. If there's anybody who's less entitled to me, believe me. I mean, I'm disabled, for crying out loud. I have to fight tooth and nail for Medicare and Medicaid. So, and last January, I started approaching the forums with Sharon Tate's whole philosophy is peace, love, and understanding. And that humanity is fighting inhumanity and injustice and animal cruelty, the three things that she couldn't stand. So I don't do any of that anymore. I mean, I unblocked more people, for crying out loud, which I probably should have done to begin with, and I see now that should have been done, but oh well. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. Moving back to the reactioners, we think they're doing a fabulous job. I've now joined in the Game of Thrones, so we're watching Game of Thrones with her. Every one of our streaming services has ads, so we have to watch Game of Thrones on our DVD Blu-ray, and our DVD Blu-ray player is a PS5, so we have to use a remote control for it, and yeah, she doesn't like it, but it's better than sitting there pushing pause every time a commercial comes on. So we don't get it during Dexter, and Dexter is the best show. Dexter Resurrection is probably one of the best shows on television. So, and Dexter itself is one of the best shows on television. We've been watching Elizabeth, but she did some band I never heard of yesterday. And yeah, she does bands like she did. I listened to her version of her take on Chris Cornell's version of Nothing Compares to You, which was actually written by Prince but performed by Sinead O'Connor. But Chris Cornell did his own version of it, which is awesome, by the way. I'll leave that down below. Chris Cornell actually did his version of Washing the Wheels with a John Lennon song. And he did Patience, which is a Guns N' Roses song, which I hate, but I like that version. So I'll leave that all down below, including the new 9 Inch Nails song, which is Tron-esque. I don't know what that means. I was just told it's like the movie Tron. And it's called can never get this one right. Anyway, it's an international song. Alive. What is it? I always forget it. When the pressure's on, I forget things. As live as you want me to be. That's the name of the song. And he did the soundtrack for. He did The Perfect Drug for a David Lynch movie, and he's done in movie 7. They played a backwards mix of the song Closer, which probably shouldn't let your any teenager listen to that song. Don't want that one. But it's one of the best videos and songs in the 1990s. So, thanks Alanis Morissette for her intro. I'm going to go cue Richard Harris from MacArthur Park. Someone left my cake out in the rain. I am growing my beard back. The fall equinox is next week, so I'm growing my beard back. So, next time you see me, it won't be much grislier. Anyway, I am out. Peace and love. Remember, it's peace, love, and understanding. Remember the hippie way. Peace, love, and understanding. Alright. Big shout out to Cassie and PIB. Much love for you, and much love for Elizabeth and Charismatic Voice. You ladies of the Queens. Alright. Out.
All the sweet green icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again.